Today, we are diving headfirst into the AI revolution. It's this wave of change that feels both incredibly exciting and, let's be honest, a little bit terrifying. Just how big is this disruption really? And more importantly, what can we actually do about it? Let's get into it.
So here's the game plan. First, we're going to try to wrap our heads around the sheer scale of what we're calling the AI tsunami. Then we have to face the big question, is this really humans versus machines? After that, we'll dig into a pretty controversial idea. Should we tax robots? Before looking at some, well, smarter ways to rebuild our workforce. And finally, we'll talk about how your personal data actually gives you a brand new kind of power in all this.
All right, first things first, to really understand what's happening, you have to grasp the speed and the scale. This isn't just another little tech trend, no. This is a fundamental shift, and it is happening at a pace that we have literally never seen before.
Okay, get this. Just 2 years after launch, generative AI is already being used by over a quarter of the entire workforce. Now, compare that to the PC and the internet at the same 2-year mark. It's not even close. The adoption rate is just dramatically faster. This wave is moving at an incredible speed.
And what's fueling this? Well, it's these completely new business models popping up. Imagine autonomous AI advisors. Think of them like AI teammates that can guide professionals in finance, health, even law, but at a fraction of the cost. You can scale personalized advice to millions of people. Or how about this one? Mass customizers. AI can now tailor products just for you. We're talking personalized vitamin packs based on your actual blood work, or furniture that's built to the exact dimensions of your room, and all without the price going through the roof.
And this shows how it's hitting the physical world too. Autonomous delivery fleets, everything from trucks to drones, could soon make same-hour delivery a reality for pretty much everyone. That would completely reshape the entire logistics network that our economy runs on.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's cool, but is it just hype? Well, no. The productivity gains are massive, and they are very real. Studies are showing that tools like GitHub Copilot are helping programmers code 56% faster. Writers are finishing tasks 40% quicker with ChatGPT. The bottom line here is this technology works, and it's making us way more efficient. But, and this is a huge but, all of that incredible efficiency comes with a profound question. We've seen the technological marvel, but now we have to confront what it means for human jobs, for our well-being, and for the people who might get left behind.
To really get what's at stake, we've got to look at our recent past. Between the years 2000 and 2010, the U.S. lost 5.6 million manufacturing jobs. And that's not just a statistic, right? That number represents a massive, painful dislocation for the American workforce.
So, what was the culprit? Well, the debate is fierce. Some people blame automation, saying technology just made factories so productive they didn't need as many people. Others point the finger at globalization and jobs moving overseas. The truth? It's probably a messy mix of both, which, of course, makes finding a solution that much harder.
But this is about so much more than just a paycheck. As Voltaire wrote centuries ago, a job is about more than money. It's about dignity, it's about purpose, it's about having structure in our lives.
In the fallout from losing a job, the psychological toll is just devastating. Research shows unemployment actually diminishes happiness more than going through a divorce. It leads to these persistent feelings of helplessness, and it's been linked to a rise in deaths of despair from drug use and suicide, especially for people without a college degree. This isn't just an economic issue anymore, it's a public health crisis.
So, if the problem is that big, what on earth is the solution? This brings us to a really intense policy debate. How can society possibly respond to a disruption of this magnitude?
You know, the idea that always seems to come up first is pretty simple. If robots are taking jobs, just tax them, and then use that money to help the people they displaced. It sounds so straightforward, but is it actually a good idea?
Well, a lot of experts, like former Treasury Secretary Lawrence Summers, call this idea illogical. First off, how do you even define a robot for tax purposes? Is your laptop a robot? Second, companies could just move their investments to countries that don't have the tax. And finally, you risk slowing down innovation and actually losing jobs to foreign competitors who are embracing automation while you're trying to tax it.
So, if a robot tax is a no-go, what are the smarter plays? Well, one big idea is tax parity. Right now, our tax system often favors investing in a machine over hiring a person. If you leveled the tax rates on capital and labor, you could fix that.
Another solution is direct job creation, using public funds to employ people on projects the country really needs, like rebuilding infrastructure, kind of like the New Deal Civilian Conservation Corps.
But it's not all about big, top-down government policies, right? We also need to completely rethink how we prepare people for the jobs of the future. How do we create new, accessible pathways into this new AI economy?
For decades, the answer has been so simple. Get a 4-year college degree. The college premium, that's the extra money you earn with a degree, has been this huge motivator. But in the age of AI, that's not a given anymore. And here's the twist. A major analysis of over 100 million worker profiles by a group called Lightcast found that a traditional degree is not the main pathway into AI jobs. This forces us to completely rethink how we build our workforce. So what's the new playbook? Well, it's way more adaptive. It starts with data, using tools like Georgetown's Pathwise to map out exactly where the jobs are and what skills they need in real time. Then, it's about making targeted investments in ventures like PACE, which uses AI to help frontline workers get the technical skills they need to move up. Okay, this brings us to our final, and maybe the most personal piece of the puzzle. In this new AI-driven world, there is a new source of power that belongs to each and every one of us, our own data. I want you to really think about this for a second. We're all going to have personal AI assistants, right? Companions that know us intimately. So what happens when a better one comes along? Are all of your memories, your preferences, your conversations just trapped with the old service forever? And that's where this really powerful idea comes in: data portability. It is the right to take your data with you to move it from one service to another. Now, this isn't just some techie feature. It's a fundamental tool for empowering you, the user. It prevents companies from locking you in, and it actually fosters real competition.
So as AI rewrites our world, the solution isn't to be afraid or to try and stop the technology. It's to get smarter with our policies, more adaptive with our education, and to empower every single person with control over their own digital lives. The ultimate question really is, who gets to hold the pen?